Good morning, boys and girls. Today, I want to start off with a video about poetry. Yes, we've already watched this before, but it's just a friendly reminder of how we're going to do poetry, because the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to label everything in a poem, boys and girls. So I want you slanting towards the screen. Remember, you're being a very good speaker and you're watching the screen.
What is poetry? Poetry is a piece of writing written by an author called a poet. But what is the purpose of poetry? A poem is written using rhythm, rhyme, and other artistic language to show feelings and emotions. It's often short, but some poets write long poems too. Rhythm and rhyme are a part of many poems. Rhythm is the beat or sound pattern of a poem. Lots of poets use repetition and similar word sounds to create the beat or rhythm. Here's an example. A candy bar, a piece of cake, a lollipop, a chocolate shake. Many poems that have rhythm also have rhyme. Rhyme is having the same sound at the end of two or more words, like bike, hike, and rad, dad. Our poem from earlier has rhyme with the words cake and shake, and it makes me feel hungry. Another common element of poetry is alliteration. Alliteration is when the consonant sound is repeated at the beginning of words. Tracy the tiger made a terrifying sound. There are many types of poems that poets write. Some common poems are acrostic, couplet, haiku, limerick, narrative, free verse, humorous, and lyrical. A narrative poem tells a story. There are characters, problems, solutions, and a beginning, middle, and end. Free verse poetry doesn't follow a pattern. You won't see rhythm or rhyme in these poems. Humorous poems are funny, silly, and make us laugh. Lyrical poems express feelings and emotions. They're sometimes sing-songy with their rhythm. Let's look at an example. I have a little frog. His name is Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water and gobbled up the soap. And when he tried to talk, he had a bubble in his throat. Let's look for some poetry elements in this humorous poem. Here we see rhyme, rhythm, alliteration, and a character. We know that a poem is written by a poet using rhythm, rhyme, and other artistic language to show feelings and emotions. Poems are usually short, but they can be long too. Listen for descriptions and decide how the poem makes you feel. It could be silly, or sad, or even glad.
Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Friday, and today we are going to start our STAAR selection. So I actually want you to take out your homework packet because we're going to do something different today. And no, we are not going to check your homework. We're actually going to look for, in the back of this packet, so stapled together, is something that says STAAR Practice. So it looks like this. So remember, they're stapled together. All you have to do is go all the way to the back and you'll find your STAAR packet. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to look for that. It says STAAR packet and it's together with your homework. So it's all the way to the back. So the last page looks like this. It's blank. Now, if you do not have this packet for whatever the reason might be, boys and girls, you need to send me a private message. So if you're watching this video by yourself, go ahead and press pause, send me a private message and let me know that you do not have it so that I can send it to you or so that I can have your parents pick it up. It's very important that you have it because we are going to be using it the next couple of days. Your exit ticket is going to be coming from here. So if you don't have this, it's very important that you let me know now. All right, go ahead and go to the one that says A Vacation for One. So when you open it, the first thing you see is Nature's Musician. Flip it again. You'll see The Ghost of Blue Mud Gulch. Flip it again, you'll see this page. And then once you flip it again, you'll see this one, A Vacation for One. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start putting my name, date, and go. So today is October the 2nd, 2020. Our goal is to master the BWA 3. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to do that. Now, boys and girls, by looking at this, I can already infer that this is a what? What is the genre of this? This is a poem, right? So I'm going to go ahead and write here genre, and I'm going to go ahead and write poem. Now, boys and girls, a poem needs to be read 3 times. So I went ahead and did this little box here. That way, every time we read it, we can check off that we've read it. So I know that a poem, I need to label my lines, stanzas, line breaks, and the type of poem. So is it lyrical, narrative, humorous, or free verse? So anything I write, you must write. So make sure you're writing this down. So you're writing the genre is a poem. Lines, so we're going to start numbering our lines in a second. Stanza, we need to also number our stanzas, our line breaks, and then the type of poem. So here I'm going to write, is it narrative? What does a narrative poem have, boys and girls? It has a character, it has a setting, and it has a problem, right? A problem or events. So I'm going to put here problem or events. A humorous, what does a humorous poem do? It makes us literally laugh out loud, right? So I'm going to put LOL, I'm going to put a little smiley face. A free verse, what does a free verse poem do? It has no rhythm, no rhyme. Good. No rhythm or rhyme. Remember, anything I write, you're writing. And which is our last one? Lyrical. What does a lyrical poem do? Sounds like a song, right? So I'm going to put here sounds like a song. So lyrical, sounds like a song. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to write that. Once you're finished writing all of these notes that we need to know for a poem, go ahead and start numbering your lines. So if you have different color pens or pencils, you're more than welcome to use them. So I want you to notice once you get to number 5, number 5 is already numbered for you. So you don't have to number it. You can go next to number 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10 is already done. I can continue to number 11, 12, 13, so on and so forth. Right now you're numbering the lines. All right, boys and girls, so how many lines do we have? We have 24 lines. Let's go ahead and put it here. There's 24 lines. Now, how many stanzas? Remember, stanzas are the ones that look like little paragraphs. So this is one. So let's label it. I'm going to put here stanza 1. And then I have stanza 2 from lines 5 through 8. Good. Let's label it here. How many stanzas do I have? Make sure you number them. Then I have another one. So how many stanzas do we have in total? We have a total of 6. Great job. Okay, so let's go ahead and put here we have 6 stanzas. How many line breaks? Remember, line breaks is take your finger and it fits here. So I'm going to put here, this is a line break. So I'm going to put line break 1. Where else does it fit? It fits again. So I'm going to put here line break 2. And then 3. I keep going, line break 4. So how many line breaks do I have in total? I have 5. Great job. So I have a total of 5. I'm going to put it right here in the side. Remember, line break is anything that your finger fits. A stanza looks like a little paragraph. So these are stanzas. If there's a space in between, that's a line break. So I have 24 lines, 6 stanzas, 5 line breaks. Now I can go ahead and park my pencil because I'm going to read it for the first time. And it says A Vacation for One. Boys and girls, what is this poem going to be about? A vacation, right? So what is the synonym for a vacation? We can say getaway. So let's go ahead and write that. So it's usually when you get away, right? You get away from school, you get away from your home, you get away from everything that's going on, right? What about for one? So how many people are going on this trip? Just one person, right? Do you usually do that? Do you usually just go by yourself on a vacation? No, right? But this poet wrote A Vacation for One. Maybe they want to get away. So just one person. So I'm going to write here. I know that this is talking about a getaway or a vacation for one person. Remember, anything that I write, you write. And now we can start reading. So let's start. Pack your things and fill the car. Get your map and drive afar. Get some rest or go and play. Vacations don't happen every day. Try the beach and lay in the sun. Building sandcastles can be fun, but baking sands might hurt your feet, especially when the waves retreat. Or skip the beach and try the park, where birds will fly and dogs will bark. Eat an ice cream on a swing, but be careful of the bees that sting. Maybe try the zoo instead, where lions shake their shaggy heads, where bears growl for food to eat, and pretty fairy bluebirds tweet. But if that's too much noise for you, you might want to forget the zoo and skip to the beach and park and road and find a spot to be alone. A sunlit room and a comfortable couch might make you feel like a happy slouch, where you can rest and nap all day. A vacation for one. What do you say? So boys and girls, what was this poem about? The poet is trying to give you options of where to go, right? Where to go when? For a vacation. Okay. So let's go ahead and read it again. We've read it the first time. We can go ahead and put a little check mark here. But I know that I need to read it 2 more times because I'm a good reader in order to understand it. Let's go and read it again. This time we are going to look for any rhythm, any rhyme, anything that I can see in my head, any figure of speech, imagery, sensory language. All right. Pack your things and fill the car. So this line is talking about packing your things, filling up the car. So I'm going to go ahead and underline things and car. Line 2, get your map and drive afar. Okay, so I have an underlined word, boys and girls. I know that's going to be very important. That's part of a text feature. I'm going to go ahead and circle it. Line 3, get some rest or go and play. So this one's telling me that I can get some rest or I can go and play. Line 4, vacations don't happen every day. That's true, right? We're not always on vacation. So this one, the speaker's telling me vacations, they do not happen every day. Stanza 2, try the beach and lay in the sun. So this one's telling me that I should go where? To the beach and do what? Lay in the sun. Okay. Line 6. Building sandcastles can be fun. What does it tell me to do there? I could build sandcastles, right? They usually are fun. Line 7. But baking sands might hurt your feet, especially when the waves retreat. What is it talking about, baking sands? Does it mean literally I am baking the sand in a stove? No. So remember, if there's sun, what is happening to the sand? It's very hot, right? So I'm going to put here, it's hot. That's what the speaker's trying to tell me. The speaker's trying to tell me it's hot. So what might happen? It's going to hurt the feet, especially when the waves retreat. Oh, I have another text feature, boys and girls. I'm going to go ahead and circle that. They're going to retreat. Stanza 3. Or skip the beach and try the park. Now what is the speaker telling me? I can skip the park and instead go where? To the park. So first he told me to go, in stanza 2 he told me I should go to the beach, but maybe it's too hot, right? So let's skip the beach. On stanza 3 he's telling me, okay, you can skip the beach, instead go to the park. Line 10, where birds will fly and dogs will bark. What will I see there, boys and girls? I can see birds flying and I can hear the dogs barking. So he's using a lot of sensory details, a lot of imagery. Eat an ice cream on a swing. So what is he telling you can do? You can eat an ice cream while you swing. But be careful of those bees that sting. Boys and girls, what does he mean by be careful with the bees that sting? You know when you're outside and you're eating something sweet and then the bees come? Why? Why do the bees come when you're eating something sweet? Because that's food for them, right? Yes. So the speaker's telling me to be careful if you're going to eat an ice cream on a swing because they can sting. Stanza 4. Maybe try the zoo instead. Now what is he telling me that I should do? Maybe he's saying, oh, maybe the park is not good. Maybe try the zoo. Line 14. Where lions shake their shaggy heads. What would I see in the zoo, boys and girls? I would see the lions shake their shaggy heads. Where bears growl for food to eat and pretty fairy bluebirds tweet. What else will I see? I'll see lions. What else? The bears growling for food, right? They're probably starving. Or the fairy bluebirds are tweeting. That means they're making sounds. What about stanza 5? But if that's too much noise for you, you might want to forget the zoo. Now what is he telling me? He's saying forget the zoo. Line 19, and skip the beach and park and road and find a spot to be alone. What is he telling me, boys and girls, in line 19 and 20? Skip the beach and the park and the road, and he's telling me I should do what instead? Find a spot to be alone. So he's saying all these things might be too much. Maybe you just want to find a spot that you want to be alone. All right, stanza 6. A sunlit room and a comfortable couch might make you feel like a happy slouch. What is he telling me? A sunlit room and a comfortable couch. So what can I do, boys and girls? The speaker probably just wants to lay down, right? And it's going to make him feel happy like a slouch. Line 23 and 24. Where you can rest and nap all day. A vacation for one. What do you say? So what is he telling you in these last two lines? You can do what? You can rest, nap all day, a vacation for one. What do you say? Boys and girls, where do we see a vacation for one? This is part of my, look at the top. It's part of my title. So I'm going to put here title. So it's part of my title. The speaker or the poet is trying to emphasize that a vacation for one, what do you say? So he's trying to do what? He's trying to give you all these options, right? Stanza 2 told me to go where? To the beach. Stanza 3 told me to go to the park. Stanza 4, maybe the zoo. Stanza 5. Stanza 5 said, you know what? Forget all that. You can be alone. And stanza 6 told me to be where? In a sunlit room in a comfortable couch so I can be a happy slouch. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go back here. I'm going to put a second check mark that I have read it. Now, boys and girls, you can go ahead and we're going to read it a third time, but this third time is going to look a little different. Anything that I see in my head, any rhythm, any rhyme, I'm going to go ahead and start marking it. So far I've only been taking a little bit of notes, nothing else. I still need to find the type of poem that I'm reading, but I know I can take out two out. Which ones are they? So it's not humorous, it's not making me LOL, right? So it's not that. And it's not what? Does it sound like a song, boys and girls? It does not. So I'm going to take that one out. So now I have two possible solutions. So let's go ahead and start again. Stanza 1. Pack your things and fill the car. So I can see a car in my head. And I know rhyme scheme. I'm going to start with the letter A. Get your map and drive afar. Remember, for rhyme scheme, I get the last word and I compare it to see if it rhymes with the line prior. Afar and car. Do they rhyme? Afar, car. Yes, they do. So they are the same family, and that family is letter A. What about line 3? Get some rest and go play. What word do I use? Play. Okay, so let's see. Play and car. Do they rhyme? No. Play and afar? Do they rhyme? No. So this play has to find a new family, and that family would be letter B, because we're using the alphabet. All right, line 4. Vacations don't happen every day. Do day and car rhyme? No. What about day and afar? No. What about day and play? Yeah, so that means day could be the same family as letter B. Good job. So here we saw pack your things, fill the car, get your map and drive afar, get some rest or go and play. Vacations don't happen every day. So what do you see here in your head, boys and girls? You might see a little car. Remember, I don't want you to draw anything perfect. I just want you to draw anything that you see in your head. So maybe I can see a car. You're ready to go on vacations. Maybe you have your little... I know I'm not the best at drawing, but that's okay. Because this is what I see in my head. I see somebody very happy trying to get in a car. They have a map in front of them. So I'm going to label here this is map. Now I'm ready for stanza 2. Try the beach and lay in the sun. Oh, boys and girls, there is a line break. So because there's a line break, I have to start again with letter A. I cannot continue. There is a line break. I have to continue. I have to start again at A. So this one says try the beach and lay in the sun. So I can literally hear almost the beach. I can feel the sun in my skin. Line 6. Building sand castles can be fun. Okay, so let's see. Fun and sun. Do they rhyme? Yes. So what family is fun? Letter A. Great job. Line 7. But baking sands might hurt your feet. So feet. Remember, we look at the last word. Feet and sun. Do they rhyme? No. What about feet and fun? No. So feet needs to find a new family, which is family letter B. Great job if you said letter B. Notice how I'm not going back to the first stanza and saying if those rhyme. Because, no. Every time you have a line break, you only keep them in that same family group. Okay? Let's look at this next one. Line 8. Especially when the waves retreat. So retreat and sun. Do they rhyme? No. What about retreat and fun? No. Retreat and feet? Yeah. So what letter is retreat? Letter B. Great job. So we have a pattern. We have rhyme. Right? We have A-A-B-B, A-A-B-B. This is what we have so far. And stanza 2 was saying, try the beach and lay in the sun. Building sandcastles can be fun, but baking sands might hurt your feet, especially when the waves retreat. So boys and girls, what do you see in your head when you close your eyes? You can see the sun. So I'm going to draw here a little sun. Remember, they're at the beach. Maybe you were building a little sand castle, and then all the little sand. And I know it's very, very, very hot, so my feet might be burning. So I'm going to put here hashtag burning feet. So it's just a quick hashtag that tells me what this stanza was about. I'm going to put in stanza 1 hashtag getaway. You can put hashtag getaway, or you could also put hashtag vacation. Remember, it's a quick 1 or 2 words that tells you what the stanza was about. It doesn't have to be perfect. So this is what we have so far. hashtag vacation, hashtag get away. That was for Sansa 1. Sansa 2 told me to hashtag my feet might be getting burned. So burning feet. I drew a little cloud, a little sun. I drew the character whose feet are burning, the sandcastles, and then the little sand everywhere. Let's try stanza 3. Or skip the beach and try the park. Remember, there's a line break, so what letter do I start with park? Letter A. Great job if you said park. Where birds will fly and ducks will bark. Bark. Remember, look at the last letter. Last word. Bark and park. Do they rhyme? Yes, good job. What about eat an ice cream on a swing? Do swing and park rhyme? No. What about swing and bark? No. So swing is going to be part of family B. Great job. Next one, line 12. But be careful of the bees that sting. Oh, look at sting. Sting and park. Do they rhyme? No. Sting and bark? No. Sting and swing? Yes. Great job. So it's part of family B. So I have the same rhyme scheme. A-A-B-B, A-A-B-B. This one's talking about skip the beach. Try a park. So what do you see in your head, boys and girls? You see a park. You see where birds will fly and ducks will bark. So what do we see? We see the birds. We will hear the ducks barking. And we can also see the dogs, right? Eat an ice cream. I could almost see the ice cream, right? And I could almost see the swing. But be careful of the bees that sting. So here I can do a little cloud. Because remember, they're going to the park. And I can draw a little bird. You could also draw a little dog. I'm going to put here hashtag going to the park. You could draw a little swing. I know that. We love swings. So I put hashtag going to the park. I drew this because this is what I can see in my head. Of course, the sun. So far the speaker is giving me tons of options, right? Okay, I'm going to let you try the rest by yourself. And then we're going to go ahead and share in the live session. So this is what you're going to copy. You're going to try stanzas 4, 5, and 6 by yourself. Remember, I want you to label your rhyme scheme. I want you to draw a little illustration. What do you see as you read it again? You can also do a hashtag. Remember, a hashtag is 1 or 2 words that's happening in the stanza. Same thing for stanza 5 and stanza 6. So you're doing a hashtag for stanza 4, 5, and 6. You could also draw a little illustration. Do you have to draw? No. That's okay. If you don't want to draw, then you can just do a hashtag. Okay? And don't forget to do the rhyme scheme. Remember, if there's a line break, that means you start with what letter? Letter A. Alright, boys and girls, so this concludes our pre-recorded video. I will see everybody in our live session. Don't forget to have this in front of you. Be ready to share.